Alright guys, so before I get to the video, if you want a shout out on my next video, um, guess the predictions for the Dogs and Giants game. Comment down below who you think will win and how much by. If you win, you'll get a shout out. Thanks guys. Hey guys, how's it going? Wills2K, and today I'll be doing my round 8, I think it is, predictions for the round. So the first game of the week, Thursday night, tomorrow night, is the Dogs and the Suns, and Dogs probably coming in favourites, probably the better team, but Gold Coast are in some pretty good form and they're playing some good footy as well as the Dogs. So it's going to be a pretty close game. To be honest, it's going to be hard to choose, but I'm just going to have to go to the Dogs over the Suns. They're just a better team, I reckon, and we'll get the win by 26 points. Alright, so Friday night we have GWS and the Tigers, and that will be a very interesting game because both teams... Oh no, actually, GWS are in not great form and Tigers are starting to get in good form after they've won the last 3 or 2 now. But I'm going to have to go for Richmond again because GWS are just so out of form and they're not playing the greatest bit of footy. They did lose against Port and then Brisbane. I can't remember who they lost before that. Lost to us by a bit. But yeah, haven't been playing their best footy since the grand final, so I think GWS will go down to the Tigers by 18 points. So next we have the Blues and the Kangaroos, and this is going to be another very interesting game because Kangaroos are so out of form. They're due for a win, if you know what I mean. And the Blues have been really, really good since the start of this year. This is the best I've seen them play for a long time now, the Blues. They're in red hot form. They should have probably won that game against Power, even though Power had so many chances. They should have just caught a goal and won the game, but they didn't. So I'm going to have to go for the Blues. It's going to be too good for the Blues, and they're going to win by 14 points. Alright, so next we have Sydney and Hawthorne, and usually I'd say this will be the game of the week. About 3 or 4 years ago I'd be saying this would be the game of the week, but it's probably not going to be the game of the week because both teams are so badly out of form. It's not good to watch both them teams play, to be honest. Sydney are in shocking form and so on the Hawks. So it's going to be very interesting again this game. But I'm going to have to tip with the Hawks because they're due for a win and they're a lot better side than the Swans. Swans are just really, really not good this year, and the Hawks are actually got a decent side, so they should get the win, the Hawks, by 38 points. So next we have Port Adelaide and St Kilda, and it is in Adelaide, and St Kilda finally got their first win in Adelaide for 10 years I think it was, so a long time, and Saints been waiting. But yeah, it was against Adelaide, and Port Adelaide are a much better outfit than the Crows, to be fair, because the Crows are last and Port are first, so big difference there. St Kilda playing some pretty good footy. They played pretty well against Adelaide because Adelaide went at them in the third quarter, and St Kilda held that and got the win. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying at the moment, but St Kilda were too good in the end for the Crows, but they're not going to be good enough for the Power because Power are just such a good outfit and should win by a comfortable 34 points. So next we've got Crows and Essendon, and this will be an interesting game because Essendon had a very poor game against the Dogs. They were blown out of the water, and the Crows actually started playing some decent footy, and it's in Adelaide I think, but I still can't see Essendon losing this game. Essendon are just good team, a decent team. Crows are not in great form at all. Last in the ladder, haven't won a game, and I think they will win a game some round. They have to, but it won't be against the Bombers because Bombers are too good, and they will get the win by 29 points. So next we got West Coast and Collingwood. This is probably going to be the game of the round because both teams are in pretty good form, and especially the Eagles after winning their last 4, I think it is. They had a shocking start to the year, the Eagles. They were not good. They were flat. They were just not the Eagles of 2019 and 2018. But they've gone on to be very good so far after the first couple rounds. They've actually been pretty good. Not their 100% best, but they've been pretty good. But Collingwood have been... They're both about the same level here, but I think the Pies will get up just against the Eagles in an absolute thriller by 4 points. So next we have Melbourne and Brisbane, and this will be an interesting game because the D's are in really good form after their last 2 games have been wins. And for the Lions, they are actually also in really good form. They did drop a game against the Cats, and that was pretty disappointing, but they played very well against the Giants. And even though Melbourne are going to give them a go and probably play some really good footy because they have been playing some really good footy lately. I think the Lions will be too good for them and get the win by 24 points. So the last game of the round is Freo and Geelong, and it's always a thing. Some teams play good against other teams, and some teams play bad. And Geelong, for some reason, always play horrible against the Dockers. I don't know what it is. I shouldn't say horrible, but Freo have had the number over them in the last 10 years, I reckon. So I still think Geelong will get the win, but I won't be surprised if Freo beat them because they've got a very big rivalry, and Freo always seem to beat Geelong. Doesn't matter where they are on the ladder. They did it last year. They did it the year before, I think. So, yeah, big chance of Dockers, but I think the Cats will get up by 16 points.